The MMA fortune teller.
The teller, the teller, the teller, the teller, the teller, the teller.
What is up, you guys? Welcome to the UFC 267 post-weigh-in show hosted by The Teller. We'll see how this goes. This is something that I would like to do a little bit more so, especially with big cards like this. Moving forward, I don't know how YouTube's going to like the fact that I got somebody else's video going in the background. So we'll see how that all plays out. I'll let you guys know, because it would be cool to continue to do these. As you guys see, we got the visual in the background as I talk about what I want to talk about here. Kicking the fight card off, we got Teixeira Ulinbekov taking on Nascimento. Again, fight taking place in the flyweight division. We saw these guys square off, and I thought that it was actually pretty comical. If you noticed, after they squared off, man, this guy Teixeira really showing some confidence here as he grabs Nascimento by the hand and pulls him back and forces him to take a picture with him. You take a look at this here. Tell me what you guys think about this. Comment below. I mean, you clearly see, I don't know. Maybe I'm a little bit of a different type of guy, and you guys know there's a lot of other fighters that would never put up with something like that. But, I know there's a lot of you other guys out there that will say, oh, he's just being mature. It's not much to look at there. But, clearly grabbing him by the arm, pulling him back. I don't like that, man. When you're about to go to war with somebody, I don't like them grabbing my arm like that. So what I take from that, though, is that this guy Teixeira is extremely confident, and you see his fighting style. He's always extremely confident. This guy is always going out there, walking his opponents down. I like Teixeira, man. Teixeira is a very talented fighter. That was just something that was a little funny at the weigh-ins. Going into the next fight, man, Hu Zong taking on Andre Petroski. You know what I took away from this, man? I think that we all are on the same page here. The Chinese fighter here is absolutely ginormous. Is that a word now? Ginormous. Enormous. We're going to combine giant and enormous. Ginormous here. Excuse me. We'll go back here. But look at the size advantage that he has over Andre Petroski. We talked a little bit about Petroski having some flaws in his game. He is a very talented wrestler, but we talked about some of those flaws there. He better hope he's going to be able to continue keeping up a pace in this fight, because if he gasses out and the bigger man is able to kind of stuff those takedowns and lean on him and wear on him, we've seen Petroski break down in his fights. But again, only 3-2. I think there is a recipe for Petroski here, but look at this size difference in these guys. And Hugh's looking to be in decent shape too. This guy's not out of shape at all. But look at him towering over Petroski here. How are these guys even in the same weight division? This guy Hugh might have, inflatable muscles or something like that. Maybe his muscles aren't as dense. I don't know. We take a look at the size difference here, and we got a height of 75 inches for Petroski. For Hu Zong, and Petroski's at 72 inches. So was that 3 inches? Let me just take a quick look at that one more time real quick. Do you think that was 3 inches of... Oh, you know what? Petroski doesn't have shoes on. All right, you see? Take a look at that. We got to look at that now. So you add the shoes, the difference of Petroski not wearing the shoes, but still, it's even more besides just the height too, man. Hugh looks just big in general, man. Add 2 inches there. I guess that sounds about right then. Maybe 3 inches, maybe more so towards 4 inches. We'll see how that plays out, though. But I do like that size advantage. But you guys do know that I'm still on Petroski. I did pick Petroski to win the fight here. I like the wrestling advantage that he does have there. Let's see what else we got going on here. Amerikani and Lerone Murphy square off. If I read anything from these guys as they begun to square off, is that Amerikani maybe a little bit more respectful in the beginning as they squared off, shaking the hand, than some of the other times we've seen him come out there. But then Murphy was giving him a little bit of a grill, and Makwan didn't seem to appreciate that. So you got to like the animosity there, or the intensity of these guys squaring off. That's going to be an exciting fight. Both those guys bring it. All right, we got Gamzatov and Oleksiejczuk. Gamzatov looking to be in phenomenal shape coming in here at the weigh-ins. I really liked the way that he looked going into this fight. You guys know I am high on Oleksiejczuk as well. Never really impresses as far as his physique, but the guy can push a pretty good pace, and he's a good striker. The Dagestani looking to be pretty jacked up, and even showing some confidence in there, messing with Michelle a little bit, flinching at him. Now, Zaleski dos Santos and St. Denis. Zaleski dos Santos looks to be in phenomenal shape here, taking on the UFC newcomer. This fight is very reminiscent to the Luigi Vendramini versus dos Santos fight, if you guys remember that. You had an undefeated guy, not a lot of professional fights, coming into the UFC and taking on the very crafty and very talented Zaleski dos Santos. That's a good one there. Duryov and Kopilov. Not much to take from this stare down here. Just a simple one, man. Respect given from both men. Duryov reaching out for the handshake from afar. And this is a good fight. Remember, Kopilov was just submitted by a rear naked choke in his last fight. And Duryov just was victorious in Dana White's Contender Series via rear naked choke. All right. We got Ramos and Tukiev. And nothing really going on here as well. Ramos, man, a very talented striker. This should be a good fight here. Should be a good fight. A little bit of a sleeper fight. Not really the biggest of names or necessarily the most exciting fight on the card, but it'll be a good one. Ribas and Jandiroba. Take a look at these girls squaring off. You know what? As we got a little ad going on in the background, did you guys notice that when they were announcing Jandiroba's name, I do believe you could listen to them say it, man. Her nickname, I believe her nickname is Kakai. And I don't know if that's just a different translation in Portuguese, if somebody can comment below, or are they literally calling her Kakai because she, as everybody knows, she's cockeyed. I don't know. That's the Brazilians are pretty ruthless with the nicknames. We've seen Antonio Carlos Jr., who was just victorious the other day, named Shoeface for his face resembling a shoe. And look at Amanda Ribas, looking great at the weigh-ins, huh? And always in excellent spirits is Ribas. As you see after the stare down, goofing around, waving at the camera. Ribas actually lives around my way, and a buddy of mine saw her at Walmart. And I believe it was Walmart or Publix, one of the two, but he saw her over there. You see her doing a little dance, and he was really kicking himself. He's like, why didn't I go say hi to her? He called me right after, and he's slipping, because if I seen Amanda Ribas in public, I'm definitely saying what's up to her. That she's going to be as cool as it gets. Ankalaev taking on Volkan Ozdemir here. Now this one, what I gathered from it, man, is Magomed Ankalaev is looking big here, man. He's looking like a big boy here. And we'll do the shoe check. I mean, Volkan has some sandals on, but still, compared to the shoes, it's not much of a difference, man. Magomed's looking big, and you guys know I'm extremely high on Magomed, so that's a fight that I'm very excited for here. And this was what it was all about for me, man. I'm extremely high on Gamzatov Chimaev. This guy right here, man, I was just breaking down some more tape on him just for the hell of it, just rewatching fights. This guy, man, what he did to John Phillips was just disgusting. It was very Halloween-esque. I mean, it was bloody. Did you guys rewatch that fight recently? Gamzat, from the moment that fight started, threw a kick and took him down immediately and just beat the crap out of him for about 6 minutes. I mean, beat him up, man. It was brutal to watch. You're watching the fight and you almost wish that Phillips would just give up. And I'm not one to say that. I like fighters to fight to the, not to the death, but, fight to the last second, man. Give everything you got. And that fight, I'm just thinking the whole time, maybe it's because I already know how it's going to end, but I'm thinking the whole time, just give in, bro. You're taking all this unnecessary damage. And Gamzat, man, this guy, we remember him knocking out Gerald Mearshart. He could do the quick knockout, but don't forget what happens if he doesn't finish you quickly. If the fight goes on, this guy will brutalize you. So, the Leech, Jingliang, this guy's showing a lot of confidence, but don't get it twisted. Gamzat might really hurt this dude. The Leech looks confident. He's a very strong-willed fighter. I don't know, man. I'm very, very high on Chimaev. This guy, to me, I know it's early. I get those Mike Tyson type of vibes. This guy's a killer. He goes out there, he finishes these guys, and I have a feeling that he's going to be running through this division until he works his way to the top and takes the belt. I've been saying that. I know some of you guys don't like those bold predictions. I see a couple of you guys always in the comment section saying, oh, he has to prove himself more so, this and that, before we even talk about that. What I'm out here doing is doing predictions on these fights. I'm doing predictions on where these fighters are going to go with their careers. I have no problem attaching myself to certain fighters, saying that they're going to go to a certain level. And that's the case with the guy like Chimaev, Magomed Ankalaev. These guys, in my opinion, are very special, and I have no problem attaching my name to them, saying that these guys are going to push their way all the way to the top, man. So that's how I feel about that. We got over here Alexander Volkov and Marcin Tybura. Tybura, man, looking good. Tybura looking good, as a dog. You guys know I like Volkov here overall, but Tybura is he's been looking very well as of recently. He's a very talented fighter. I like this fight. It's a sleeper fight. And what else we got going on? Dan Hooker versus Islam Makhachev. Not really nothing going on here. You guys know Islam's a giant favorite. Will he prevail there? A lot of people obviously feel that he will. He's so well-rounded, man. I really hope that Hooker wins that fight, to be honest, man. I would love to see Hooker come in like that on short notice, just coming off the victory like a warrior and like a gladiator he is. 2-inch height advantage, a 4.5 reach advantage. Maybe Hooker can keep this fight on the outside. Maybe he could do some damage there. It's going to be tough, though, man. Islam is very talented, but you guys know the fight game's crazy. And don't forget about some of the crazy things that we've seen in the octagon. So don't be surprised if something wild happens there. But overall, Islam is just, he's so good, man. And that's going to take us to the co-main event. And you guys know, speaking of attaching my name to fighters, I've attached my name to Petr Yan from the very beginning. And you guys saw how that played out. Petr Yan worked his way up to the championship. He is the bantamweight champion. I will continuously refer to him as the UFC bantamweight champion until he loses a fight legitimately. Look at the confidence of him over here. I mean, this guy is a savage. I like Corey a lot too. Corey's very tricky, very talented fighter, but these are two different men in my opinion. Corey better hope that he pulls off something flashy and is able to stop the fight, because this fight, you don't want to go 5 rounds with Petr Yan. The guy will literally take years off your life. And, those are those types of fighters, man, that are just so dangerous. We talk about you're not going to be the same man when you walk out of the octagon after facing guys like that. And Petr Yan, I put him right at the top of that list, man. I think anytime a fighter's fighting him, they know in the back of their mind that, things can get very ugly in there. So, you guys know him on Petr there. A little bit of a high line, because you guys know Corey's very talented as well. I understand where some of you guys are coming from. But let's just not forget about the skill set that Petr brings. The guy gets better as the fight goes. And that will bring us to the main event. We're going to have a little ad here, so we'll let that go there for a second. And if you guys saw, Glover Teixeira got a birthday gift from Jan Blachowicz, a personal beer from Jan Blachowicz' hometown. It was pretty nice. I mean, there's no ill will between these guys going into this fight at all. There's no question about that. I mean, these are two of the more solid dudes in the UFC. Great men, and two guys that have been around the block. They have had their ups and downs. It's going to be an awesome fight. It's going to be an awesome way to end the fight card. What a great cherry to put on top of the ice cream there, and just really, completes the card. Talking about the light heavyweight championship of the world. Will Glover Teixeira, and most likely his last chance at a title shot. I think this is probably Glover Teixeira's last fight if he loses. This is such a big fight. And then you got a guy in Jan Blachowicz who's completely escalated his game. What he just did to Israel Adesanya was phenomenal. This guy has become an elite striker. He's well-rounded. He's made of steel. This is a very exciting fight because both of these guys are so durable as well. So it's going to be almost like two cars just smashing into each other, man. Which car is going to give out? It's like two monster trucks just going at it. That's the vibe I get with this fight. I'm extremely excited for this fight here. And that's the main event there. And we take a look. Jan Blachowicz is no spring chicken either. 38 years old. He's going to have a 2-inch reach advantage. Well, you got Glover at 42. His birthday just happened. We talked about that in the full card prediction. And, we take a look at, Glover, man, with 53% of his wins coming via knockout. This guy is a fight finisher. Jan Blachowicz only at 30%, basically at 29%. So Glover a little bit more so of a finisher. But as of recently, man, Blachowicz' power has been ridiculous. So maybe that stat line's a little skewed as Blachowicz has became a more well-rounded fighter on the feet, a more dangerous fighter. And, guys, that's going to conclude this little post UFC 267 weigh-in show. Again, let's see how this plays out. Hopefully I can even post this video. Maybe YouTube won't even let me. We'll see how it goes. I enjoyed this. You guys can expect much more of this, especially with the big cards. You guys know we got a lot of big cards coming up right around the corner. So you guys check in with me on Fridays after the weigh-ins. I'll try to get a little something going out here. And you guys, good luck. Make sure you hit that like button. Remember now, 3 official plays locked in for tomorrow. don't snooze on me, man. We're coming off, what, four wins in a row. We're going to look to make it 7 official plays in a row. You guys know we've been on absolute fire. If you guys are looking to sign up with the sportsbook, reach out to me. I'll give you the details of bovada.lv. Let me give you my referral code, and I'll give you some free picks as well. What else? I think that's about it, boys. You guys enjoy the beginning of your weekend. Enjoy your Halloween. Make sure you got that costume picked out. What are you guys dressing up as? Comment below. I got to put something together here last second. All right, guys. Catch you guys in the comment section. I'll be responding there. And hit that like button. What else? That's it. Signing out. Teller.
The teller. The teller. The teller.
It's another day. Left jab, right jab. This is MMA. Mixed martial arts, quick body parts, undefeated when I pick 'em. Who the champ, who the victim? Looking in my crystal ball, I predict the winner. Never stop fighting. If you lose, keep your chin up. Know how the game go. I'm a smart fella. Welcome to the show. This the MMA fortune teller.
The MMA fortune teller.
The teller. The teller. The teller.